Most of the girls or most of the women that you see that are mad at the world and that are so anti-man is because when they were teenagers, they were dating drug dealers and criminals, and they were like teenagers, and the criminals were like in their mid-20s or in their early 30s. Let me show you guys something real quick before. Let me not cheat you guys, because I saw something that went past my view. I saw something that went past my view. Hold on for a sec. The Joy Taylor Van Lathan. Let me see if I can find that interview. See if they got the segment drug dealers. Yes, I think this is it. And I'm like, no wonder why Joy Taylor has such a disdain for men and all this stuff. I understand it now. They always got the same story. So I was like, I bet you Joy Taylor was the type dating drug dealers in high school and all that nonsense. I bet you. Hold on for a sec. Let's bring up the tab. Because I was like, I knew it. Right here.
Women like men for all kinds of weird reasons. Be like, you fuck with that nigga?
This is correct.
I don't understand this shit.
We don't either. I used to date a guy that wore purple contacts. He used to rob drug dealers for a living.
Joy, me and you gotta have a talk.
But man, in my defense, there was a time when if you didn't date a drug dealer, you really actually didn't even have a boyfriend.
You see, this is the same excuse that Nia Long had said. Remember when Nia Long had that video? Oh yeah, in high school, all I dated was drug dealers. There was nobody else to date. Yes, there were.
But the reason I know that you're guarded is because when I was in high school, I only dated drug dealers.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, that's where I was. I lived in South Central LA. That's what it was.
Wow, I would have never thought that.
Really?
Nah.
There's if you didn't have a drug dealer boyfriend, then you didn't have a boyfriend at all. They always use that same excuse and then talk about men this and men that. And I'm like, you're dating criminals. And then taking out your frustration, whether because they provided a certain lifestyle or they treated you a certain way. Now you take that experience on regular society. And you were dating criminals, and you were a teenager dating grown ass men who were criminals. And you can't fathom why your dating life is a mess. When I saw that clip, I was like, I knew it. Because I'm like, it's always the types that be so anti-male and men are these useless idiots and all the blah, blah, blah. And then you find out when they were in high school or when they were teenagers, they were dating criminals. This is what they do. I knew it.
See what I'm saying?
We were programmed. I blame Destiny's Child soldier, right? It wasn't even my fault.
See, no accountability. Can't make this stuff up. I blame Destiny's Child. No, really? So you blame Destiny Childs for that? But Destiny Child also made a song called "Cater to You," but nobody want to do that. But anywho, you can't make this stuff up, man. Can't make this stuff up. Can't make this stuff up.
Like men for all kinds of weird reasons. Be like, you fuck with that nigga?
This is correct.
I don't understand this shit.
We don't either. I used to date a guy that wore purple contacts. He used to rob drug dealers for a living.
Joy, me and you gotta have a talk.
But man, in my defense, there was a time when if you didn't date a drug dealer, you really actually didn't even have a boyfriend.
Now see what I'm saying?
We were programmed. I blame Destiny's Child soldier, right? It wasn't even my fault.
I'm gonna just let this marinate because Joy Taylor because she be the biggest one talking about men ain't this, men ain't that. But you were dating criminals.
Last but not, women like men for all kinds of weird.
But it's like I said, it's usually those types. It's usually those types. It's usually like Joy Taylor. She's the type. I'm telling you. And by the way, I don't know if I've said this before, but I might have to owe. What's her name? Why am I blanking on her name? Rook Taylor. I hope that's her name, right? Rook Taylor. Is that her name? Taylor Rooks. My bad. God damn. Taylor Rooks. I might owe Taylor Rooks an apology in terms of this. Maybe she isn't moving like Joy Taylor. Maybe she isn't. And the proof that I have is her quiet separation from associating with Joy Taylor. It's just like she's just like quietly disassociating from Joy Taylor. I don't even think she even mentions her. So maybe Taylor. Now I'll just say this: if Taylor Rooks didn't sleep her way to the top, and she's just going off of just men being thirsty over her, then I have no problem. Because men be thirsty. Men be thirsty. Let's keep it a buck. Men be thirsty, right? But my warning for Taylor Rooks is still the same. You're 33 years old right now. Yes, you're still in your prime, beauty wise, and black women, they tend to take that for granted, particularly the ones that stay in relatively good shape. They think because they don't hit the wall faster than white women, they think they have it. They have a bigger timeline, but that's really not true. So Taylor Rooks, she needs to, because what I still think what I ultimately believe about her, I still think that remains true in terms of she wants the big superstar. She's not going after a role player. She wants a superstar. She wants a Kevin Durant type dude. That's what she wants. But I will warn Taylor Rooks, look, you're 33 years old. Get you your NBA, vet role player husband while you can. Do that while you can, because by the time you start quote unquote settling for that, those guys won't want you by then. And then you're gonna try dating a normal person, or fine, I'll date a tech bro or a CEO or etc. And then those guys won't want you. And then you're gonna be bitter. So don't wait too long. Just because you're still in your beauty prime at age 33, don't wait too long. So by the time you think you should settle, it's gonna be too late. So shout out to Taylor Rooks. Okay. He said, what a load of BS. But man, Joy Taylor, though, I'll say this about Joy Taylor. She's an interesting piece of work. I used to date a guy with purple contacts when I was in high school. I'm like, oh, golly. I was like, of course she fucking did. And I'm like, it's always this. I'd be like, it's always the same ones pushing that feminism stuff and all this stuff. And then you look at their dating life. They be dating criminals. Talking about men ain't ish. I'm like, you date criminals. Why are you even allowed to talk about relationships and what women should be doing and what men should be doing? How are you even allowed? If there was a dude that only strictly dated strippers and prostitutes, they would be like, nah, something's wrong with this guy. This guy's a mental case. But bitches could be with criminals, drug dealers. We did all types of interesting characters. I remember seeing a woman bragging about her getting flown out by a blood diamonds dealer from South Africa, some white bitch. I'm like, what is wrong with this bitch? She's sitting there bragging about this.
I hooked up with a blood diamonds dealer in South Africa, and then we took his private jet to like a gorilla reserve in Uganda where we like exchanged diamonds for cash, and then we flew home.
They will do stuff like this, but then have something to say about men just wanting a nice woman to cook for him. I just want a woman that's nice to me and could cook. What am I, your slave? But this bitch cooking for her drug dealer boyfriend. You can't make this stuff. I'm telling you, I've seen this. You're just like, wow. Anyway, they'll think something's wrong with you, or something's wrong with men for wanting a quote unquote submissive woman. But they were dating criminals in high school. Oh, you didn't have a boyfriend if you didn't have a drug dealer boyfriend. Oh, really? So now they say that. But then when I say, oh yeah, a lot of women be dating drug dealers. What kind of women are you hanging with? Oh, okay. So I'm just making this stuff up. Like, we're just all crazy out here. Damn near every other dude I know talking about, oh yeah, when I was in high school, I saw grown dudes picking up these girls and we couldn't do nothing about it. You need to hold these predators accountable. No, y'all need to y'all bitches need to move. Y'all bitches need Sharia law, but obviously that's not gonna happen in the United States. You need somebody to like usually you'd have your the fathers and brothers in charge of managing the sister or whatever, the girl or the daughter. But since the fathers are not there, or the father doesn't necessarily have the same control as they do in the past, now once the women are in control of their own bodies, look at the decisions that they make with their punani. It's just wild. That's why, like me, like I don't even be like, I remember let me show you a clip. Let me show you a clip. Because like we're just programmed as men to not say this stuff out loud. We'll say like I'll say out loud, oh yeah, they'll ask you what do you want your woman to do? I'm like, and I'll just say, oh yeah, cook, clean, wash dishes. I'll say that, and they'll be like, what do you want, a slave? And you're just like, wait, so I can't want the bitch to do the bare necessities? It's not like I can't clean. It's not like I can't wash dishes, but I would like a bitch that is trained. And it's like you're just told not to say that.
So what do you guys consider wifey material?
Cook, clean. Just say you want a slave, dude.
Yeah, like you just
Cook, clean.
You want the traditional joint.
I know, right?
This is my wife.